Hump Day Happy Chat. I'm Valerie Shepherd coming to you live. It's me in the flesh. It's me in the flesh coming to you live from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. I have made it into my office and I'm here to share a little time with you, helping you master yourself and your life so that you can exquisitely manage whatever your life sends your way. Whatever sends your life sends your way. Tongue-tied on a Wednesday morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining. It's so happy to see you. So it's Wednesday morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday here where I am, which is in Southern California. I hope that you are enjoying similarly beautiful, inviting, encouraging, uplifting, refreshing weather. It's really amazing how much the mood can shift with the environment. The environment has a lot to do with that, what we're experiencing. And it doesn't have to, right? We can anchor in the place within us that is always peace, love, joy, and freedom. And then what happens in the outer world can still happen, but that's the self-mastery part. We are fortified to deal with it. Yay. So, good morning. Let's just all come into the space for a second. I'm feeling a little frantic because I was hitting all the buttons and things weren't all working. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I see you. And I was feeling a little frantic because I was hitting buttons and things weren't working, but we got it together. We got it together. We are together. Yes, 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 we're together. How awesome. Yay. Very excited to be here with you today. In this self-mastery equation, I wanted to talk about the concept of more than enough. I like more than enough, right? I always want more than enough. I always talk about having plenty to spare and plenty to share. And actually that I do, not just have it, and that I also am a person who shares that which I have, even when that which I have appears to not be that much, doesn't appear to my human self to be plenty. So let's talk about that for a second. So thinking about a situation, have you ever had a situation where you've been asking for something, intending for a thing, and really wanting it, and maybe in the absence or your perceived absence of having it, wondering if it was even going to ever be yours? I can think of a lot of times, so I'll pick one of them, but one was whenever I've been moving. So I've moved, people who know me and know my background, you know the number, it's pretty huge, 20s, right, of times I've moved. A lot when I was younger, but at least 10 since I've been an adult as well. Moving not just houses within an area, but moving households from one city in one state to another city in another state. I've moved across country. And there's always a little, in the past, there has always been a sense of, I'll never find something to please me as much as the current place that I'm living. Wherever I go, it won't be as beautiful. It won't be as filled with nature. It won't be as wondrous. It won't be as spacious. It won't be as comfortable. There's always this sense of, well, I'm going to have to settle, right? I hope I find a place because I don't want to have to settle, right? There's that, feel the energy of that. I've got to it just lands like a big ton of bricks, which in the space of actually doing the house shopping, hi there, y'all, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. So in the space of doing that actual activity of jumping around and checking out places, it can set an energy within me that is a little bit disbelieving and a little bit desperate. Like, I better find something, or this one looks so good on paper. I hope it looks as good when I get there. Have you ever felt like that? That sense that it's just potentially not going to turn out the way you really want it to, and you're going to have to settle? And I've done that. Now, what's interesting about settling and being afraid of having to settle is there have been times when I've done that and I'm not 100% sure that was what was really being called for me. That was what was being offered me as an opportunity to settle. I was misperceiving, misreading, and in a state of fear when I was making decisions. And we know this is Happy Chat number 73. So, in these past 70, so I've probably talked a few times about how making important decisions in the energy that's in the energy of the not self, fear being one of those. When you make decisions in the energy of fear, what you often decide on doesn't end up bringing you exactly what you want. So, in this question of, I'm asking for prayer, I'm intending for, affirming something, faith, trust, moving forward, believing it's going to show up. How many times when it showed up were you like freaked out, surprised, jumping over chairs and over the moon, because what showed up was way more than you had been intending? Like, there were things you didn't know you wanted or needed. There were things you had not asked for, and nonetheless, they're there. They've now made their way to you. Their magnificence is now part of your magnificence. Anybody have that? I've had that so many times, and in my houses, like every place. And I have to remind myself, good morning, thank you for joining. I have to remind myself that, hey, guess what, Valerie? You've done this dance before. When you are asking and intending from the right energy and in the space of abundance, what you want shows up in abundance. In other words, when we ask and intend from the space that we intend to occupy, not from the space that we necessarily are. This is a little hard one to get sometimes. Sometimes it's like from the space I'm asking for. So you may have heard this as acting as if. I don't like necessarily faking till you making, but it's the same thing, right? You're acting as if that which you are intending is present now. I'm a leader of an intender circle for intenders of the highest good, and I talk about this in my book. And in fact, Tony Burrows, who is the international president and founder of Intenders of the Highest Good, endorsed my book. And one of the things that the Intenders of the Highest Good, the highest intention, the intention practice, is that when we say our intentions, we say them from a positive space of having already received them. So we are thanking the divine, we are thanking the universe, we are thanking the ancestors and the angels and all the ascended masters, all of our help in this world. We're thanking them. We are speaking in the present tense as though it is here now. I'm so happy and grateful that I now am more courageous, more confident, living in I'm now saying my opulent oasis. I'm living in my opulent oasis. My new fun cheer about intention and asking is, I am wildly wealthy, happy, healthy, safe, successful, loved and loving, living in my opulent oasis now. Actually, it's living in my opulent oasis as a spiritual beacon now. Right? So I can claim that which I am intending in the present. It shows up. But here's the beauty. The universe blesses us, the divine, God, as I call it. You may call it whatever you like. The universe blesses us at the level of, in the more than enough energy. It's more than enough. It's the cup runneth over from the 23rd Psalm. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. My favorite psalm. So we talk about being human, and I would call you into being way more than human. Like, activate your supernatural, magnificent essence. That's the ME that's in my book title. That doesn't mean me, big super me. It means making the journey from seeing yourself as mighty ego, that's human personality and identity, lack and limitation, and see yourself as what you really are, what you are, not personality and identity, what you are, the substance matter of you, the cellular level. That's the supernatural. That's the superhuman aspect of you, the supernatural that connects to the supernatural all over the universe. And when you activate those supernatural vibrations and energetic resonances that are always a part of you, and you activate them in the highest good, like the higher vibration energies, gratitude, inner peace, harmony, compassion, love, the highest, joy, fulfillment, satisfaction. Even neutrality is better than lack, limitation, anger, resentment, boredom, hate. Like, all those are low vibration. You will still attract. You'll just attract their match. Law of attraction, law of reflection, law of karma. You will attract what you're being. Like it or not, understand it or not, believe it or not, the laws of the universe operate on us as the same way the physical laws of the universe operate. So the spiritual laws operate 24/7, 365, just like the law of gravity, just like the law of thermodynamics, just like all of those physical laws that science always tells us are happening. So be in the energy. That's the be, do, have. Be it first, so that everything you do is in that energy. And then what flows to you has to match that energy. Law of the universe. So want to be in abundant overflow, intend and act as though you're in abundant overflow at all times. I'm rereading a book by Catherine Ponder called The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, in which she talks about if you want to create, or when you want to create more prosperity and abundance, don't hoard. In other words, if you're trying to squirrel away your money in case next month you don't have it, and I've been known to do this, like, oh, okay, great, some abundance has flown in, I better save it. Have you ever noticed when you try to do that, then all of a sudden the car breaks down and you need to fix that, or you get a bill that you hadn't remembered was coming, and all of a sudden this money you're trying to save is out the door. Exactly. So when you want to increase abundant overflow, gratefully and graciously spread what you have into the universe. It goes out and attracts. It's like, that's how you create abundance with the cycle of, alignment with the cycle of reciprocity, giving and receiving, outflow, inflow, exhale, inhale. It's everywhere. The law of reciprocity. So get in agreement, alignment with the abundance of supernatural power and its power to attract supernatural abundance to you. It's flowing in, through, and around you at all times. I talk to musicians sometimes, and they talk about when they release this urgent need to write music, write a song, get an arrangement done, and remind themselves that it's already there. The notes are all around them. It's just a matter of putting themselves in this space of alignment with the magnificence that is already present in the universe. The musical notes are a part of everything. Some people are here to create in that space and bring that forward. And now in this one space, the last thing I want to say about this is that some people get nervous about, well, if I don't believe, like my faith, I worry that my faith isn't strong enough. So I get a little bit scared, or I get in a space of doubt. And then I look around me and it doesn't seem like anything's happening. And I feel like I did it because I doubted, because I didn't have faith. And I want to have more faith. And I do too. I have been, last year, in fact, was the year of me doubling down on faith and trust in the magnificence of the divine showing up and showing out in my life in huge ways. And it has, right? So here's what I would say about faith. There is scripture that talks about faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. And that is the parabolic form, the parable that talks about this abundant overflow. I'm only putting out the faith that is resonant with or aligns with something the size of a mustard seed. Do you know how small that is? They used to have, back when I was a little girl, we won't talk about how far back that was, but back when I was a little girl, you could find these in little jars that people would wrap around their neck. Wear on a chain around their necks, wrap around their necks. What was that about? They would wear on little chains around their necks, and there'd be a little glass container and a teeny tiny little mustard seed on there. The faith the size of a mustard seed. Faith the size of a mustard seed. You can move mountains. And so it's that faith, the size of a mustard seed, calls to it way more than it is. That is the more than enough nature of the universe. If you look around you, there's more than enough. Even in scorched earth, there's more than enough coming right behind it. That's a gift from the universe. We get more than we asked for. So here's what you can do, is remind yourself, no matter what, even when you're not sure you see it, believe it's coming, and just give yourself the blessing of remembering that you live in a more than enough universe, and you are a being that can attach, can align with, can resonate with, can be on the same vibration level as the more than enough that wants to show up for you, through you, from you, to you, as you, in your world. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. So that's my gift to you from this morning. Thank you so much for joining. I want to let you know, too, that in the coming weeks, the Hump Day Happy Chat, we're going to shift a little bit, and I'm going to invite you to get into the space what it is you'd like to talk to. So we're going to be doing some Hump Day Happy Chats where I say good morning, and then I say, who's got something they want some information about? Who wants to share? How can we uplift and support each other in community? I'll also be sharing something that I'm going to be launching next month that will be another way for you to engage with me and engage with each other in a community of peace, love, joy, and freedom. Yabba dabba do. If that's something that interests you, I would love hearing from you. If you could type into the comments, yeah, bring on that. You set the agenda, Hump Day Happy Chat format, and we can't wait to be a part of the community in March. Yay, yay, yay. I'm wishing you the best. Abundant overflow in every aspect of your life. I'm grateful for you being here. Thank you so much for coming. And I offer you a namaste. The divine in me receives, is grateful for, and honors the divine in you. And we'll offer the metta prayer. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. And may all beings be free. Hallelujah, 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 as my friend Medea would say. Oh my goodness. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. Much love and light to all of you. See you soon. Bye-bye now. Many blessings. Signing off. Hump Day Happy Chat signing off from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. Mwah. Bye. I love hitting all the buttons. Button, button. Who wants a button?